So the first thing we're going to do is take the quinoa, and this is some short grain brown rice, and we got to wash the quinoa and also wash the brown rice. The brown rice, we're going to wash the excess starch off of it, and for the quinoa, we're going to wash a little bitterness off of it from an enzyme that's on the outside of the grain of the quinoa. So just going to mix it with cold water, and you could do this maybe 2 or 3 times with fresh water. And again, it just rinses off excess starch, and for the quinoa, it rinses off a little bitterness that's in the quinoa. And then you just pour it off. Water the plant, and then this is going to go in a rice steamer, and I'm just going to cover it with a little water, and we'll steam rice and quinoa about an inch, about a quarter of an inch above. Okay. I don't really measure it out at all. I just look at about a quarter of an inch above. Make sure all the grains are down in the bottom of the steamer, and then cover it and turn the steamer on. Sustainable shrimp that is farm raised and aquacultured out of Belize, and then we're making brown rice and quinoa, and we're going to stir fry that with some vegetables from the market. Just wave it back and forth, cool it off a little bit. If you think it's too hot, if it's smoking, you know. Okay. When you have your mise en place ready, or your stuff that you need for cooking. So I'm going to have the garlic, which I was going to have the garlic. Now I'm going to have another one. And I'm not really going to chop the garlic up too much. The reason I do that is there's basically 2 types of people. There's the people that like to eat the garlic, and the people that the garlic doesn't agree with. But they like the actual flavor of the garlic. So the reason why I don't really chop it up, I just kind of crush it, is that it gets the flavor, but if you don't want to eat it, you don't have to eat it. A pinch of chili flake. Okay, and that gets into the oil. I'm going to use a little organic paprika right into the oil to get the flavor. And then goes the shrimp right away.
Is that a hot paprika?
No, this is an organic paprika. It's not a hot paprika. I get the heat from the chili pepper.
Look at that.
So a little more paprika. Put the paprika in stages. You'll get different flavors from it. You put it in the beginning in the oil, you'll get a certain flavor. You put some in the middle, you'll get another flavor. You put some in the end, you get another flavor.
And then I also have
colors. The pigments in the shrimp turn colors. There's some opaque there. You really don't want to overcook the shrimp. And when you add the lemon, it's going to help steam it at the end. And basically, I'm going to turn the pan off now because the carryover heat from the pan will finish cooking it. And then I add a little lemon. I'm going to add a pinch of salt, sea salt.
All right, we're going to check back in with Gerry. I think this rice and quinoa is done in the steamer.
For about a pound each.
Here we go.
This is the quinoa and the brown rice coming out of the steamer. You can see it's nicely cooked, very fluffy, very light, no sticking on the bottom. Nice steamed brown rice and quinoa. And via the magic of the steamer, it kind of cooks all evenly. It's very tender as well. And we're going to look for the oil to get kind of slightly smoky and a little bit of a sheen to it. I don't know if you can see that, but it's going to have a sheen and it's going to leave some trail marks. That means it's going to be hot. Okay, and then we're going to just add a little bit of fresh ginger. We're going to add that into the oil to give it the flavor to start cooking. So fresh chopped ginger. You hear the sizzle. Means we got a hot pan. We're going to put in a little fresh garlic from here in the market. It's beautiful garlic, hard-neck garlic. And I chop the garlic right before it goes into the pan because you really don't want to oxidize the garlic too much. If you chop it way in advance and you let it sit out, or you put it in oil and stick it in the refrigerator, it starts to oxidize. Garbage right here, son. Make sure we get all the skin out of there. And then we're going to hit the garlic into the pan and give the oil the flavor of the garlic.
Seriously, really awesome.
Now we're going to add some fresh chopped scallion. Again, we're going to put this in stages. We're going to put some whites of the scallion in first, some harder parts to give the oil the flavor and to start cooking that. And we'll add these nice tender green parts for the end. The other thing I'm going to add is a little bit of heat, and that's going to come from the jalapeno. Again, a fresh jalapeno from here in the market. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the ribs and the seeds out of the jalapeno, because that's going to take some of the overpowering, if it is overpowering without tasting this, heat out of the jalapeno and give it a more floral flavor. If you like the heat, keep the seeds in there. We're going to chop this jalapeno fine. Again, put it right in the oil. And you can see the aromatics in the pan, flavoring that oil. We're going to put a touch more fresh oil in there, because now we're going to add our quinoa and our brown rice. Quinoa and the brown rice has been cooked together in the steamer. Courtesy of my brother-in-law. Thank you very much. That goes right in the pan, and now the oil is going to season all that brown rice and quinoa.
That's a great lemon squeezer. Where do you get those lemon squeezers?
Yeah, any good kind of Chef's Express or Chef's Warehouse type place would probably have it.
I think Williams-Sonoma
would probably have it. We added a little tamari just to stir fry it around. And then add the scallion. Oh, and I'm sorry, we got one more ingredient I forgot about. Put these at the end and let the steam from let the heat of the rice kind of steam them in there.
Okay, just like that. That's from Maduro Farms.
Natural soda? Sure.
Wow. How's he going to do that?
Fruits. That is agave for sweetening.
Alright, so we'll turn the heat off now.
Oh, it's delicious.
Right from the
And now
market.
the heat from the brown rice and the quinoa. Just mix that in. That's going to kind of steam those greens right in there. You could chop these greens a little bit if you want. You could use bok choy.
Get those two mixed in.
Any real, stir fry or hearty green is nice in here. You can see the greens starting to wilt a little bit, get a little tender. Use a wooden spoon. You could scrape up all that good flavor on the bottom of the pan, mix it in there.
Techniques.
Yeah, we could transfer it. It's good to work with a big pan. If you have a nice wok, this works really well as well. Gently from the outside in, kind of folding everything together. And you can see how everything kind of just folds together, steams together. We've got some nice organic grains, brown rice, quinoa, fresh greens from the market that are organic as well. Simple ingredients.
We are ready to try the stir fry. Let's see, we got some people trying this. How is it?
How'd you like it? It's nice.
Good. Come on, greens, get some more. Yeah, I'll have a try.
Yeah, some braising greens, and it's just tamari, garlic, ginger, a little bit of grapeseed oil, stir fry.
So what do you taste? What flavors do you taste? I taste.
You cook the quinoa first?
I've never added lemon in it.
in the brown rice
Fabulous, the lemon with the tamari.
which I had over there. Yeah, it's brown rice and quinoa that you wash first,
Okay.
steam it in a steamer,
Yeah.
and just stir fry it with the vegetables. Garlic, ginger, it's a stir fried rice.